Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Manchester City show. Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast, where we discuss all things in regards to both Manchester clubs. Manchester City played tonight. 0-0 draw, stalemate at home to Inter Milan. Very resolute Inter Milan. Very good game though. Even though defenses were on top, it was a good game. And speaking of Manchester City, they also have the small fixture of facing their nearest rivals. I would say general consensus. Nearest rivals to the title, Arsenal, coming to town on Sunday. So we'll be discussing that. On the red side of Manchester United yesterday put 7 past Barnsley in the Carabao Cup to go through to the next round, and a tough fixture away at Crystal Palace on Saturday late. United travel to Selhurst Park. So we'll be discussing all those things, but please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Manchester City related. Run up the likes though, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials at That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at That's Me Flawless. Make sure you follow Sarcasm City TV on Playback as well. Playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell as well. Warrior JH in the comment section as well. You know, teams with no trophies in the past 2 years talking, but we move. Like I said, let's run up the likes, share, hit the subscribe button as well. And I believe my co-host is here. Polarizing figure. That's how I would say. No, not polarizing figure. That's wrong. Polarizing opinions, I would say. Great troll. You know what I'm saying? Hilarious troll. You know what I'm saying? The way he will justify his bullshit is an absolute, complete art form. And you know what? If Manchester City had more of his creativity, had his level of creativity on the pitch, they probably win today. So I believe he is in the building. What are you saying, Vader? You good? I believe he is here.
Yeah, I'm in the building. You know I'm in the building, Flawless. I appreciate the intro. I do. The labeling of me being a troll needs to be revisited, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But let's.
Vader will be back. Make sure you subscribe to vatorgamestv. I'm going to add his link to the title or something in the description. Anyway.
Add the link, people. Those of you on Spotify, what are you doing? Get over on YouTube. Hit this man with a sub and a like. And check out the intro that's happening right now, okay? We got to talk about this today. Some of you aren't in the tournament, but you're going to listen and get educated. Some of you have been in the tournament before, but it hasn't been working out lately. And you got blessed with a game that I'm going to break down for each and every one of you. You got blessed with a game today. But Flawless, thanks for having me on the show.
Of course.
All of you in the chat, hit that like button, do the damn thing, respect my man Flawless, and show your support. Be a part of the show with the comments. I got a lot to talk about, Flawless. I know I kind of say that every week, but the fact that we do this show once a week, the fact that I check out the amazing content when you do your features. I mean, when you're on your channel, of course, I'm in there. I'm in the mix. I'm dropping. But when you're also doing feature appearances,
appreciate it.
You know when that rapper out raps someone on their own song.
Them strong
Flawless
features.
is notorious for that. Flawless is notorious to be out rapping when he's featuring on some other channel. So I want to first point that out. But today, I got some issues, man. I got some issues. I'm gonna show my age. If you're listening on Spotify, you're not gonna be able to tell. Maybe you can hear it in my voice. Maybe you can hear the maturity, hear the wisdom, hear the number of years I've gone around the sun. If you're on YouTube, obviously you can see it. You can see the platinums. You can see the platinums coming through. This is wisdom here. This is lived. All right. This is the stress of Manchester City over the years. I mean, it's all nice now. But this is from back in the day. This is two kids.
It's previous times. Man.
Stress. But I'm annoyed with modern day football, Flawless.
Talk about it.
I'm annoyed with modern day fans. I'm gonna be real with you. Like YouTube, social media, all these platforms are amazing. They made the world smaller.
Facts.
They've given everybody. Everybody's able to speak. Everybody's able to connect. You know what I mean? You got several shows where you're linking up with people all over the world.
Facts.
These takes are getting lazy. These takes are getting so. Why does every fan base have the same script? Why does every fan base have the same issues? The same issues can't be at every club. And I'm finding myself calmly sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at standings.
Yeah.
Looking at clubs with trophies or top 4 finishes.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they all crying? Why is everybody crying? Everybody. Those that win trophies are crying. Those that don't win trophies are crying. Those that are top 4 are crying. Those that aren't in top 4 that are crying.
Mm-hmm.
Those that have owners that are showing ambition but just quite aren't there yet are crying. Those that have owners that show no ambition but are successful as a club, sustainable, mad revenue, are crying.
Mm-hmm.
This generation are a bunch of babies. I've got a few channel flaws. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're one of the few I can tune in and I can listen and I can hear people that feature on your channel and see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I gotta for those of you, fitness world, not even the fitness world, just you got your health, you manage your health. Sometimes you gotta fast. Sometimes you gotta cut some things off because you gotta reset the body, you gotta reset the mind.
Mm-hmm.
We're only 4 weeks into the league. First set of games in Champions League. And I gotta fast. I gotta cut some of these channels off. I gotta stop hearing some of these whiners, criers. It's absolutely crazy. 4 weeks into a season. All the I told you so's. I told you so. In.
I'm one of those, but I was saying this 2 weeks in, but that's just me. I told my fan base, and everyone would listen.
You told your fan base to calm down. That's very different to people already saying that the season's done.
Oh, you talking about that? Okay, yeah, that's fair.
People, fans, and I'm fans
crying.
Fans crying about managers 4 weeks into a season when they were showing them confidence and praise at the end of last season.
Mm-hmm.
How was it 4 weeks in? They're like, I'm seeing Ange out trending. I'm seeing Ange out trending from a fan base when supposedly this fan base know, quote unquote, the ambitions of the owner. How are you crashing that on a manager? Like the mental is off. And now
it's their results. With Spurs fans, I get it. I personally wouldn't be Ange out if I was a Spurs fan. But Spurs fans who are being critical of the manager, I understand, because their recent record is woeful.
What do they have to be critical of, though?
Their recent record.
Their recent record of four games into a season.
No. But the thing is, it's carried over from, when I say that, it's carried over from last season. You can't have 4 clean sheets in 36 games. You can't do that. You can't have 4 clean sheets. And also as well, the players he's co-signed. You can't co-sign the players he's co-signed and not expect criticism. You can't co-sign Brennan Johnson, Timo Werner, and Richarlison. I'm looking at him, and I like Ange, but
Ange out is wild.
I don't think it's wild.
Out is
you can't be double. You can't be 007 in London derbies. I think it's 0016. Yeah, he's your mate Haaland, actually. He's 0016 in London derbies, something like that. That's your boy.
So he's failed to show wins to Arsenal. Should he be crashed? Should there be anyone upset with the state that Arsenal's been in since he's come into the managerial job? Ange is in his first year, now his second year.
Mm-hmm.
Arteta's been there for a minute, and they had a squad that's challenging for the league. Any Spurs fan that's like, Ange, I expected you to get results against Arsenal and Arteta. You're clowns. You're jokers.
Well, again, we discuss this every week on the show. It's not that they lost to Arsenal. I don't think that's where the criticism comes. The heavy criticism comes from. It's how they lost. That's the problem. You shouldn't lose in that match. They lost in how we lost to Liverpool. No. Again, but you're looking at results-based analysis. On paper, if you look at it and you go 1-0, it doesn't look that bad. Same way when we had Oli and it was like, you lot finished second. It's not that bad. Look at the actual game itself. The way they lost to Arsenal. was pitiful. It's like losing. You watch boxing, for example, or UFC.
Yeah.
It's like losing a decision. If you don't watch the fight, losing a decision don't sound that bad. But if you lose 11 rounds to 1, it's woeful. That's what that was.
I hear
they
that.
They lost 12 rounds to 0, rather than you can lose a decision and lose 8-4.
I hear
They would have
that.
lost 8-4. I think that's where it stems from with Spurs.
I think sometimes the fans need to relax. And let me speak on Spurs for a second. And I usually don't. I usually don't speak about.
Yeah, you don't really
Spurs.
speak on Spurs. I know you. You're either gonna see Jacob this week or I've already seen him, so you're gearing up. I get it.
I mean, I spoke on the American Waffle on Monday, and he's trying to tell some of the fan base to calm down.
Yeah, he is. He's backing and I need to get him on actually. But
he's an emotional one too, because on the night up he'll be like all angry, and then a couple days later he'll kind of reset and then calm things down.
Mm-hmm.
But Spurs, do you you've lived with your ownership for many years now. You've lived with an ownership that have done Jose dirty, that have done Conte dirty, that have done, if you want to say, Poch dirty, and Poch was doing more with less. You've dealt with an ownership that didn't give those managers the tools to really succeed, to really get it done, to really get this trophy drought that you're all experiencing. Do they honestly believe that Ange is turning down a better list of athletes, of players to play for the club? Or is he like, yeah, I'm going to take that because that's what you're offering me? Because it's either that or nothing, and nothing's not going to help. I think that these fans will realize that this manager's got either a choice of what they get or worse.
No, I don't believe that whatsoever. That's not.
So you think he's got a list of better players to choose from, and he's choosing the worst player? No way. No way.
You can't get. You telling me he can't get better than Timo Werner?
He got Timo Werner because of financials, right? Was it not another loan?
Even on loan, you telling me they can't get Timo Werner on loan, a better option than Timo Werner on loan?
It is not for him to get the players. It's for him to decide on the players in front
of him.
No,
he decides.
I believe that Spurs back room did not put better ingredients in front of him.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that whatsoever. I disagree with that. He co-signed these. We was having this conversation on the Q&A after they lost the Arsenal game when we did the Q&A, and someone said people was having difference of opinions in the chat, saying some was saying he co-signs it, some was saying he's not. At the end of the day, you're a part of the gang. And Ange himself has said in an interview, I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, that no player goes through the door without his say-so, without him co-signing it. If you cannot get better than Timo Werner on loan, you are not equipped to do your job and you need to resign immediately. If you cannot get better than Richarlison on loan, then you are not fit to do your job and you need to resign immediately. If you can't get better than hold up. If you can't get better than Brennan Johnson on loan, you need to resign immediately. I have man in my phone book that are better than those three. What are we talking about? I legit know better footballers that I can ring right now who are better ballers than no three. So I wholeheartedly disagree when you say you can't get better. Now, do I agree with you? 1 second. Do I agree with you on the recruitment team not doing what they're supposed to? Because they should even be suggestions. But Ange, your old man, shut that down. You should have shut that down immediately. As soon as Brennan Johnson was suggested to you, you should have shut that down. As soon as Werner was suggested to you the first time, you should have shut that down. Second time, shut that down. Richarlison should have shut that down. Solanke, we'll see. Go get Odegaard. Odegaard's better than both of those two, which they did. You could have went and got another version of Odegaard. Like, that's not what we are not defending Richarlison, Brennan Johnson, and Werner. I'm sorry. Woeful signings.
You know why this is a problem?
Go on.
This is the problem, as I spoke about earlier, with all of these, and I say all of these fans crying. All of these fans are crying about not having the quality at their club. Not just Spurs. I'm hearing Liverpool fans cry about the quality that they have. I'm hearing, no disrespect, I'm hearing Flawless, right? Flawless cry about the quality at United, even though you had a good transfer window, but you still want more. I hear that. I get it. You're United. You should be getting more. Chelsea keep getting players, and they are crying about the players over at their club.
Did you see this comment? Got to remember, he was upset that we didn't get Gallagher too, but the club said no. Conor Gallagher.
Okay.
Terrorist. You telling me they can't do better than Conor Gallagher? Come on, man. What are we doing?
So wait, so okay, this is what's funny. So now Atletico Madrid fans should be crying about getting Gallagher.
Absolutely. If I'm a Simeon.
Everybody's crying, Flawless. This is my point.
Yes, because everybody wants to be king, but there can only be one. But the aim, again, I tell you this all the time. Intent. The reason why you mentioned Liverpool, you mentioned Manchester United, you mentioned Chelsea, because they all want to be. They all want to be number one. And the signings and Arsenal want to be number one. And the reason why they're all fall short, and you predicted Manchester City to win the league, and I predicted Manchester City to win the league, and the vast majority of people have asked, where I've still got it written down and predicted, because you have the most quality. You aim to close the gap. That is the aim. So the reason why Spurs fans are unhappy is because their quality is not good enough. Same way Manchester United fans, including myself, our quality is not good enough. Liverpool, not good enough. Arsenal, not good enough. That's why. Fans have, and you mentioned it like this is a new thing. Fans have been doing this beforehand. It was just that social media and content creating wasn't a thing. But if you go and listen to the likes of TalkSport and things like that years ago, take it 10, 15 years back before social media blew up. They had fans calling in saying these things. It's just that these conversations were not worldwide. They were just more so school or college, university, workplace, etc.
I hear it. The link ups weren't as often. You're not hearing people every day like we do now.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that it's like. I hear Real Madrid fans crying. I hear Atletico Madrid fans.
What Real Madrid fans upset about?
Their dislike of Mbappe to their club.
Oh, because he's not performing currently.
Because he's not performing.
Rightfully so. The amount of money you want, yes, you need to be performing better. What are we talking about? The amount of money you are on and the hypes and the squad you are being added to, you need to perform better. I think Kylian Mbappe would say that himself. Now, is there chinks to work out? Yes. There's things to work out and how he's going to. But yes, you need to perform better. Yes, you are paid to do it. You are paid. You are probably the best paid player in Europe. Perform like it. So you don't think he's the best paid player in Europe? Is he not on the most money?
Well, being on the most money doesn't really equate.
No, that's where no. That's where it equates to, though, Vator. If you are paid the most money, you are expected to perform the best. What are we talking about?
Yes, he is expected.
That's why they. If I was a Real Madrid fan, which I turn into every March, pretty much so against you lot. That's pretty much what it's been the past 4 years. I've turned to Real Madrid every 4 years. Yes, perform better. The reason why Atletico Madrid fans, like you said, I've not heard from any Atletico Madrid fans, but if they are upset, I'm not too sure about their window. They want to close the gap on the big two. They want to go and finally win the Champions League.
I hear it.
Barcelona fans as well.
They got Julian Alvarez. They got Gallagher. But this is the thing. This is the thing that's funny, though. The thing that's really funny is you'll have one fan base crying, "Get this player out! Get this player out! He's no good. He's not good enough." And then you have another club, and we just pointed up the quote where you have another club or a manager that want that profile of player that want that. This is the crying that I'm talking about. This is a little over the top, and I get it. Everybody wants to voice their opinion, but sometimes it's like, sometimes you just gotta kind of, I don't know, you just gotta kind of man up, woman up, however you are, and just say like, no, the player's not good enough. We're gonna move. This is it. We're not gonna constantly cry and lower expectations and say that the team can succeed, because if it were that easy, if the only way you win is if you clearly have the best squad or the best 11, there's no upsets.
Yeah,
there's no magical moments. There's no, because again, Flawless, you would tell me that many of your, maybe you would say, your Champions League wins, you weren't expected to necessarily.
No, there's not. Well, you know what them teams were. This is the big difference. They had the quality to get the upsets. I say this all the time about Manchester.
If that team, Flawless, if that team was today, you'd have United fans crying every day on the timeline.
Which one? 99?
Not being good enough.
You say 99? Which
Either
team?
of your UCL winning teams,
wait.
they'd be crying. The
They
fan
won't be
base
crying.
would be. Oh my goodness!
They won't be crying.
This modern football.
Some no, some would, but I'm saying
Oh my
But the
gosh.
thing is, no. Let me skip this.
That's what's
General
driving me
consensus.
nuts, though.
Yeah, but most wouldn't. You'll always get fans who complain.
Nah.
Most wouldn't. Most wouldn't. But but you know what? That team had talent. The team was talented. This team's not talented. What are we talking about here?
No, I get.
I say this about Manchester United all the time. It's not about being the best. It's mad that you mention that because I say this all the time. Worst case scenario, I want to be a dark horse. In any competition I'm in, worst case scenario, I want to be a dark horse where you go. You're not top favorite. You're not the favorite. You're not top 2 or top 3. You're not top 5. But with a favorable draw, you can go far in this competition and win it. That's all I ask for. Just mentioned it there. All we're asking for is sensible signings. Now, will we complain about signings if we believe they're wrong? Whoever the fan is, including myself. Yes, but it's on the club to prove us wrong. But one thing I will say is I am less critical of the unknown. When a player's unknown, I'm like, all right, let me give this a chance. I had for Xerxes, for example. I don't know too much about him. So I give Xerxes a bly. You know who I won't give a bly? Mason Mount, because it was a horrible signing at the time. No one can't tell me anything. And I've been proven right. Horrible signing. It was horrific. And these are people who are paid good money to make decisions. You should not make decisions that bad. That's a woeful decision. Mason Mount was the best you could do. 1 year left on his deal, 60 million. Awful. Whoever sanctioned that deal should be sacked. You need to be sacked. You have to be held accountable for part. What are we doing here?
I think what would be a fun exercise.
What are we doing?
What would be a very fun exercise is to go back at some of the winning United squads, and not necessarily this show, but in the future, and just compare it. Just compare that squad, what you remember, obviously rose-colored glasses because you know the results, but you go back and you're like, if that squad was playing today, and you just imagine the voice, you got a great list of United fans you mingle with, you talk to. Yeah. Just imagine what they would be saying.
I hear about that. You know
but that's the state. That's the state that I'm trying to talk about.
But you know what the major differences between the two? We have manager who is not even got credit in the bank. He is the bank. We have a manager, same way you have a manager who is the bank. Real Madrid have a manager who is the bank. Let's stop acting like that's the thing. Because even when I was younger, where I was more emotional, I watched Manchester United and Fergie would make decisions. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm going to stop doubting this man. I'll voice it and be like, I don't understand this signing, or I don't understand this team selection, or why he's dropped someone, for example. But more often than not, it paid off. It's not an accident that this man has consistently won Premier Leagues, has won Champions League, FA Cups, etc. So I leave him to it. The current managers at all the teams you've mentioned don't have that. The reason why Pep can get away with having a bad season, you know why? Because you're like, we'll probably get it right the next season. Because evidence shows us that. Let's say you lot have a fall off. Let's say City finish 4th this season.
So little faith in modern day football.
No. There's little faith in rubbish. There's little, which there is. Like, let's say you lot fall off this season. Let's say City finish 4th, and you go out of the Champions League quarterfinals. Haaland and De Bruyne get tired again, and you lot go out, don't win the FA Cup, don't win the League Cup. Will there be heavy criticism of Pep? Yes. Will I and everyone else run bants and run jokes and all this? Yes. But will most people be saying, "Oh, Pep needs to go," and this, that, and the third? No, you'll get some City fans who will say that. You'll get some rival fans who will say that. But general consensus will be, Pep will stay. You know why? Because Pep will get it right. He'll come back with a vengeance and do the business. Because he has, like I said, he is the bank. Same way Ancelotti is the bank. Same way Fergie is the bank. Wenger, for his early tenure, was the bank. Prime Mourinho, there's a very few select managers. So when you say there's little faith, yes, because faith is earned and not given. That's what it is. Faith is earned and not given. It's not a given.
Faith.
Yeah, faith. Faith is not earned. I mean, faith is earned. It's not a given. Why do I just put my faith in you and you give me nothing to back it? You ain't my child. We don't share the same surname or same blood. Why am I just putting my faith in you? You're managing the football club I support. Do something to earn my respect and my faith. Same way performances on the pitch. Go deliver. I don't know you, man, like that. What are we talking about here? We don't share the same blood. I don't have to have faith in you. No. Prove to me why I have faith in you. What are we talking about here?
Okay.
Oh, he's like, what are we doing here? Like, this is not what it is. Like, you have faith in Haaland. You know why you have faith in Haaland? Because of the last 2 seasons he had. Let him come and have scored Let him come and have scored 5 goals in his first season and 6 goals in his second season. Would you have faith in him? No, let's say Haaland had 5 league. No. Haaland plays the full season in his first season and has 5 goals. The second season, he has 6 goals. Do you have faith in him in the third season? No.
I'd have faith in him to score 7 goals the next season.
Exactly, and that's no good for what you need. No strikers lasting at Manchester City scoring 7 goals. You're not battling relegation.
Okay, but this is the thing where I want to point out. No. Faith is important. Faith is important because when your clubs aren't necessarily showing you with the acquisitions of players or with the proven track record of a manager, there's the magic of sport. There's a magic of the upset, like you said, the dark horse.
And that's what they sell. This ain't Hogwarts. I'm not Harry Potter. You know what I'm
just
saying?
Said I don't believe in magic. Dark horse going into
no.
So there's an element of.
I didn't say I'd rather. I said worst case scenario. I want to be the dark horse. Worst case scenario. Hear the words.
Okay.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario.
I want to be the favorite. I want to have the best team with the best manager. That's not always the case. So therefore, worst case scenario, because of the amount of we spend and we invest, we should be a dark horse. We've not even been that, which is woeful. I'm not even telling you be number 1. I'm saying be number 6.
I'm just saying. I think, and I'm gonna make this an exercise. Actually, I'm gonna look at Liverpool's 2005 Champions League. I'm gonna look at.
Man, that team wasn't good. That team wasn't good.
The team wasn't good.
No.
The players.
They had a couple of star players, and the rest of it was mediocre.
And all I'm saying, though, and this is why I'm saying this, modern day football fans, because your own words, that team wasn't good.
No,
that team got an amazing result, though.
Yes, because they had a couple of, you know what they had there? Talent.
Okay. This Liverpool team, some would say, kind of good. Not so good.
Yeah, it's a good side. I'd say
they got talent. I'd say one would argue they have equal talent to that 05 team.
Yeah, they got good talent. That's why in the Champions League, Liverpool fans, you have like Monsters mentioned this, and other Liverpool fans have mentioned this. They'll fancy it. You're proving my point. They'll fancy their chances in the Champions League. Favorable draw, as much as it annoys me, they could reach the final. 100%. As much as it annoys me, they could. They are definitely one of the.
In the same way.
They could, because they're the team they've built. Worst case scenario.
The team that they built, the crying that's going on, despite the possibility of winning a Champions League, is my whole thing, Flawless. My whole thing is,
because you know why.
I need to go on a diet. I need to go on a diet from these criers. I need to go on a diet from these fans that want to win every single trophy.
And they should want to win. What fan doesn't want to win every trophy?
It's
not. No. You want to win every trophy. You want to win every trophy. What are we talking about?
Wallace, I want to compete for every trophy.
You want to win every trophy. So you don't want to win every trophy. You're telling me.
Has it ever been done before?
No. A question of if it happens or not. What do you want to happen? You want City to win every game, correct?
I would like to, but I'm not crying.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't.
No. But this is it, Wallace.
You're not exactly. You're not crying when they don't.
The difference is the crying is what I want to emphasize. When there's a loss,
but I understand why. Because my team.
You understand why there's crying?
Yes.
You understand why?
Yes.
Oh my. Yes.
No. If I'm a Liverpool, Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan, yes, I understand.
No, this ain't.
I fully understand because we had this discussion.
These tantrums,
I understand.
These my Lego building broke down and I'm crying, or my bottle fell out of my hand.
It's not a tantrum.
My ice cream fell on the floor. They're crying.
You ain't even giving me a bottle. You giving me no Lego. You ain't giving me the ice cream.
You've been given a team that could win Champions League,
and you don't hear Liverpool fans complaining about the Champions League.
But
this is where it is. Where the Liverpool fans complain about.
Because they want everything, Wallace. Because they want everything.
It's not everything. What did they complain about?
It is. They want to win the league. They want to win the League Cup. They want to win the FA Cup.
They want to win the what? They want to win the what? What was the second one you mentioned?
They want to win the League Cup. They want to win the league. They want to win the league.
Exactly. Liverpool fans who you talk to a lot of, I talk to a lot of. Their biggest gripe is the Premier League. The two senior competitions, the two competitions you want to win the most are the Premier League and the Champions League. The reason why they complain about the Premier League is because they don't believe their team did enough in the window to go and compete and win the trophy, which they didn't. Everyone knows what Liverpool needed and they didn't get it. Everyone knew what they needed. Arsenal, everyone knew what they needed and didn't get it. Now, will Arsenal still compete with you lot? To an extent, yes. Do I think Liverpool will compete with you lot? Yes, to an extent. But tip the scales in your favor. Again, I keep telling you this. It's about preparation. It's about intent. Even if Arsenal would have got what they got what they needed and still fell short, you look at it and you go, right, you know what? Our board did everything in its power to try and win this league. Same with Liverpool fans as well. So when you see your board not doing what they're supposed to, of course you're going to be mad. Same way I watched my board this window not do what they were supposed to, not in terms of transfers, keeping the manager. I know you man ain't serious.
I think I've reached kind of like a phase of enlightenment. Like,
enlighten us, please.
I've gone to the mountaintop and I'm like, yeah, things need to reset. Because
I wish I could reset my football club. I agree with you. I wish I could reset my football club, but here we are.
I'm not lying to you.
Go on.
Every fan base. I'm talking the Real Madrids, who everyone wants to pretty much say they're the standard. I don't buy it, but everybody wants to say
are you the standard?
Trying to be.
So who's the standard?
Well,
if it's not Real Madrid or it's not City, who is it?
No, again, everyone else says Real Madrid. I'm
asking you who you think is the standard.
I myself think I'm setting the standard. I think City are setting that standard.
Yeah, that's
and even with City, and even with City setting that standard, there's not the perfect transfer window, even from a City standpoint.
No,
because rivals, balanced ones, right? Those that aren't trying to underdog the season, those that aren't trying to make things seem more favorable for City. They'll be like,
this guy's a joke, man.
We see vulnerabilities in City's transfer window. Oh, there's no. They let go of Julian Alvarez. They didn't get a backup there. And many fans, if this was someone else, another club, we need a backup for Haaland. We need a backup for Haaland. If he gets hurt, this season's over.
Nah, you've got one right there, though.
Oh, now we got one.
I know you've got one. I've said this. You've got one. I've said this.
Rivals,
I've said this.
Rivals.
But rivals, what you got to understand is people, shout out to Hassam, people dislike you so much that they will lose logic talking about you.
So
people dislike, hear what I'm saying?
In your eyes, you think my transfer window was a complete one?
No, it wasn't complete, but it was very, very good. Bringing Savinio and Gundogan is a phenomenal window. Who else did you bring in? Savinio, Gundogan, and who?
Savinio, Gundogan.
Is there anyone else?
That's it.
Okay, and you lost Alvarez and who?
Lost Alvarez.
Yeah.
Lost Gomez, who isn't really a thing.
Yeah, he's not a factor. So yes, to me, like I've said to you, you got better. I actually think
you're Calvin Phillips.
Oh yeah, such a lot. I actually think your previous two windows weren't it. I think your previous two windows were not great. And it's shown now, and it's shown on the pitch. And ironically, two things: one, you'll get leeway because you're Pep and what you've won, and two, in them Champions League games, if you had better options, maybe you beat Real Madrid. When Haaland and De Bruyne get tired, if you have better options off the bench, you probably you might beat Real Madrid.
Well, we should have won the game before it got that late in the game.
Yeah, you should have. But this is
not
why
a matter of.
But this is why you prepare. But the point I'm making is what you gotta understand is people dislike you. People dislike.
But flawless. This is my point.
Go on.
As complete or close to complete.
Yeah.
That City were last season.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine still crying for more. I'm just talking about the state of modern football. There's too many teams.
The reason why we don't cry for it's easy for you lot to say that is because you're still the best team in the league with the best squad, with the best manager.
Real Madrid fans cry, flawless.
Yeah, that's Real Madrid. Real Madrid, they a different breed.
Liverpool on their quad chase only 2 final games falling
Yeah.
short were crying.
But because they fell short, and if they did
They
more,
fell
they probably
short.
win those two.
This is sport. You're not going to have a complete squad to compete and win it.
You have a
Sometimes
complete
players
squad.
got to play out.
You have a complete squad. You have a complete squad.
You just pointed out that
You have a complete. You have a complete squad. No, I said no.
I have a complete squad.
You have pretty much a complete squad.
Who's
is
my
missing?
backup? Who's my backup for Haaland?
Foden can play as a false 9. Bernardo Silva can play as a false 9. That's better than anybody else's backup. So in the wait,
midfielders at strikers.
Yes. So in the Premier League, who has better backup option than you?
Who has better backup options at strikers?
Out of order, who has better options as a number 9 or false 9 than you lot? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Chelsea.
Who's their backup number 9?
Isn't it Nkunku?
Okay, so we'll flip this. That first number 9 is nowhere near good enough for where they want to go. And you think so? And you think Nkunku is a better 9 than Bernardo Silva or Foden are false 9s?
At false 9.
Yeah.
See, but I'm changing my system now. I'd rather play a striker. No. Of
course, you'd rather play as but you've watched your manager and this group of players for the vast majority.
If it's to change the system and play a false 9, I'd rather those players because they played it before. Yeah, but if it were to remain central,
so we got one in Chelsea who are nowhere near you. Who else has a better backup option than you? No. So I give you Chelsea. So we don't get stuck on that. I'll give you Chelsea, even though I disagree. So Chelsea have a better backup number 9 than you. Who else?
Liverpool
who else
told me. Liverpool.
Forget Liverpool fans say a lot of rubbish. I'm asking.
No. They have the best attacking 6.
Yes, exactly. Liverpool fans, and they have the best atmosphere, and Anfield's quiet.
I'm not even doing all that.
Forget all of that. So we got Chelsea. We got Chelsea at 1. Who else has a better backup option than you as a 9? False 9 or 9. Whatever team in the league. I give you Chelsea, even though I disagree.
Who's backup for Isak at Newcastle?
Think it's Wilson.
That's not bad.
It's not bad than what you have. It's not bad than Foden or Bernardo Silva.
No, but that's again a false 9 system. If I still want
to play but that's the point. That's the point I'm making. That's the point. So you think Newcastle have a better backup 9 than you?
I would say so.
Okay, so Newcastle 2. Who else? 2 teams nowhere near you, by the way. But to save argument's case, I give you Chelsea.
No, but flawless.
No. I give you because you're proving my point.
No, I'm not proving your point because you're trying to. No, you're going to twist it, and I respect it. I respect it.
Answer the question. Who are the 2? So you've got Newcastle, you got.
But
Chelsea.
it doesn't matter about who. No, it does not.
It does matter. It does matter because everyone doesn't have 3rd or 4th best backup options in the league. This is the point I'm making about your squad. So we got Newcastle and Chelsea, 2 teams who are nowhere near you. 2 teams who are nowhere near you. So they ain't even a concern like that. So who else?
In the season, no. But in the season, if I don't have those available players, I'm playing against. If I don't have Haaland.
Okay, so let's say Haaland gets injured. So this is the point that all right, cool. So back to the original point. Who else? So you got Newcastle, you got Chelsea. Who has a better backup option?
No, but that's not where the conversation needs to go with regards to who's got the better backup, because it's about who I'm facing on the day. So it's not whether Newcastle can have a better striking combinations.
It's not on the day, no, because we're talking about the squad being complete. And I said your squad is the closest to competition. Hence why anywhere you have backup across the pitch, you're gonna have, at worst case scenario, the 3rd best in the league option. Nobody else has that.
So no one else
across the pitch.
Flawless's breakdown.
Yeah.
No one else has a squad that can compete with Manchester City.
No. This is what I've been saying. No.
So when it comes down to Manchester City don't have KDB to play.
Yes.
Manchester City don't have Ederson to play.
Yes.
Manchester City don't have Diaz to play.
Mm-hmm.
According to how Flawless looks at it,
this
season is mine regardless.
Yes. I've said this. Someone asked me on Hassam's channel and was like, if Arsenal was an Arsenal fan, Giuseppe, that's his name. Shout out to Giuseppe. And he was like, if Arsenal beat City this weekend, would you change your mind on who's winning the league? No. He was like, oh, if Arsenal go there, if they beat you lot 1-0. I was like, no. Because you're not better than them. Outside of defense, they have nothing that's better than you.
But this is why I think
Go on.
your point of view is flawed, because
Go on.
is the only time that City lost this league title because Liverpool had a better squad.
No.
Therefore, a team with a lesser squad can win this league. A team like Arsenal, 2 points off, can win this league. So when we try to break down who's got the better depth, yeah, I'll win that conversation all day long.
Exactly, but again, this ties back into the
sport.
original point of what we was
sport.
making. Teams don't want it till you have to have an off day or players to get injured for them to go and win the league. They want it, so it's like, let's prep best possible. Did Arsenal do everything in their power to go and win the league? No. Did Liverpool?
Flawless.
No. What are we talking about here?
Flawless. Not even
you
with
supposed
regards
to aim.
Manchester
You said
City.
you said what?
We've had this conversation before.
Mhm.
Even with regards to Manchester City, we don't go into every transfer window and fix a gap or fix an issue.
You don't, but more often than not, 9 times out of 10, you do it. You have the off just because of law of averages. How many bad windows have you had under Pep? Pep's been where? How long's Pep been at your football club? 9 years? 8 years?
8.
8. How many bad windows have you had? 1?
Nah, we've had.
So you can't even fix your mouth to lie.
Probably
How
had
many?
3. Probably had 3.
You had 3 bad windows. Because I'll pull it up. So what are these 3 bad windows you had?
So we had the bad window when we had our center back injury crisis. So that
was the season that Liverpool won it, yeah. So that's 1. Who else?
Then we brought in a Diaz. And then the season after winning the league,
which one?
We got Grealish. That was the only signing. That's it. That was the only signing.
What year was that?
2021.
And did you win the treble that following year? Or did you just retain the league?
No,
what did you win that year you signed Grealish?
The year we signed Grealish, we crashed out to Real Madrid in the
is that when the man got tired?
Late stages. No.
Which one?
No, that's
the one
when
before that.
Okay,
comeback. so you oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. But you won the league that year. Did you win the FA Cup as well? Or was it just the league?
Just the league.
Okay, and you just signed Grealish. So what more did you I don't think that's a bad window, but I give you that.
Oh
so
my
No. So I'm giving you that. I'm not arguing you. So you said the Grealish year.
Wait. Why wouldn't that be a bad window?
You said the Grealish, because I think Grealish is a top quality player. The Grealish year.
We still didn't have a striker though. You know that, right?
Yeah, and it cost you the league. Well,
this is what I'm
cool. I'm not even arguing this. So we said the Grealish year, the year Liverpool won the league, and what else?
And then this window. This is the worst. This is the best. This is the best of the worst 3.
This is not a bad window. Signing Gundogan and Savinho is not a bad window.
Flawless.
I think the season before was a bad window for you lot.
You think last season was a bad window?
Yeah. Who did you lot sign that window?
So we got Doku, we got Nunez, we got Kovacic.
Yeah. That's not a good window.
Oh my goodness.
You think you think this window just gone is worse than that window?
I think this window is worse than that window.
You crazy, man.
Don't
you rate Savinho?
I do rate him, but he hasn't done anything yet. So
what do you mean
I'm hopeful for what he will do.
Is Savinho better than Doku?
No.
That's crazy, man. So if you could sell one of them now, you'd sell Savinho.
I don't do that modern day. If I would sell one, I'm not selling either.
Okay, forget that. Who's starting? Who's your best free? Haaland, and who's playing out wide?
You know what? Actually, I would start Doku and Savinho, but the only reason why I'm not starting Savinho yet is because he doesn't know the system. Talent-wise, I'm calm with it.
All right, forget that, so we don't go off traffic. So we say, you saying you've had 3 bad windows in 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay, name another side that's had 5 out of 8 windows that were good.
I don't follow the other clubs like that.
Exactly. So I tell you, none of them. But that's where people's issues lie. You said you've had 3 bad windows in 8 years.
You could probably look at Arsenal's last 3 windows.
Arsenal, this window wasn't good. This window wasn't good. Cut it out.
This window for Arsenal.
This window wasn't good. They needed a striker.
Take the injuries away.
Forget the injury. Just saying solely they needed a striker and they needed a center forward. They needed a bad boy striker. A bad boy center forward. They got neither. Cut the shit. No, they didn't have.
Why isn't there the Why
What we
isn't
doing?
there? Why isn't there the manager will do the system and get the results?
Because it's not a manager issue, it's a talent issue over there. Actually, it is a manager issue, but even with the outside of Arteta, because I don't
What?
think he's good enough. Quality,
What?
skill. This is why
No.
you've
See,
picked Manchester
you
City
throw that out. You throw that out way too
for a
much about
while.
Arteta's not good enough. You
What,
throw
to
that
go
out
win a
way
major?
too.
Am I okay? Am I
You
right
throw
or
it out
wrong
way
so
too
far? Am
casually.
I right or wrong so far?
You're only right because the best manager to ever grace us and touch this earth is in the Prem. That's the only
Okay.
reason why you're right.
But I'm right so far.
Yeah, but he's a
Okay.
very good manager.
I never said he's not a very good manager. I just said he can't win the Champions League or Premier League. We're at Arsenal.
He
I
can.
disagree. Okay, so when he fails this year, to be excusable because Pep's there.
Arteta-
All right, bet.
Flawless. Arteta's
Yeah.
proved to be better than Liverpool's manager the last 2 years. As good
over the past 2 years, yes, but is he better than Klopp overall? No.
No, we're not. But we can't talk overall because one's career just started. One career has been going on a lot longer. One manager said quits. I've retired. He's done so much. But the only reason why rivals and
I'll tell you what, even match him.
Many
even match him.
maybe career wise, maybe not.
They know maybe he will not match him. He's not going to a Dortmund and winning 2 Bundesligas. Cut the shit. He's not.
Hey, we just saw Xavi do the impossible. So I'm not.
Do you think Arteta? Why is Arteta better than Xavi? When did that happen?
I'm just saying for Xavi to do what he does, I'm not.
Yeah, because Xavi's clearly, as it shows, Xavi is of a certain standard and a certain level. He's done something exceptional. Arteta's done nothing exceptional.
Yeah, but no one would have expected he would have done that either. So
I wouldn't have, but because he was new. He was new to the job. So I've seen enough of Arteta. No, he's not new. You're 5 years.
Arteta would be clowning on all you United fans. Arteta would be clowning on all these Liverpool fans. Arteta would be clowning, or the fan base, I should say, would be killing you guys had it not been for Manchester City.
Yeah, would be, but didn't. Would be. We would have more Champions Leagues if it wasn't for arguably the best player on the planet with the best team we've ever seen. Nobody cares. We lost twice to them. We'd have 5 Champions Leagues instead of 3. Nobody cares.
But I'm talking about.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about.
Would be if the best, I'm talking
quality of manager though.
And I'm talking about what would that do to? All right, what would that do to Fergie then? If that was the case, if he had 5, if he had 2 more Champions Leagues, if he had 4.
No, but we know Fergie's a good manager. And
no, don't do that. Good, don't do that.
Okay, we know that Fergie is one of the best managers.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best.
Better. You know what I'm saying? It was good. We're gonna call that a very good joke, man. You see this guy, people. You tried it. Let's not do that. But back to what we were saying in regards to your win. You've had according to you, even though I disagree, so we'll go with your stats. 5 out of your last 8 windows have been good. Most fans would take that. Most fans don't get that. That's the issue that lies right there.
Okay.
Because our squads, our clubs don't prepare properly to go, and the intent is not there. That's the issue.
Too many are looking for the perfect transfer window. Too many are looking for the perfect squad to say my club's going to win it. And this is why I said
we've had clubs. All of us have witnessed it.
All of us have
outside the Spurs, we've all witnessed not perfect but close to perfect squads. That's why. So we know it's possible.
But how often have you been able to have that in your lifetime? Is what
for everyone bar Liverpool a lot. For United, it's happened a lot for me. For United, it's happened for me. I've seen 13 Premier League titles.
Yeah, you're an anomaly. You're not the norm.
Most United fans know. Chelsea fans have seen it. They've seen every
Chelsea
trophy
fans saw it for a pocket of time, a short pocket of time.
It wasn't a short time. They won. When did Abramovich take over?
No.
Wait. Hold up. When did Abramovich take over? Oh, what? 04?
2003, 4, yeah.
And when did he leave? 2020?
22.
So in a okay, so in a 20-year period, they've seen everything. So in a 20-year period, they've seen and won everything. So they've seen a manager who.
That's another anomaly, though. Flawless.
It's not another City. That's 3. That's 3 of the big. Well, don't count Spurs. That's 3 of the big 5. City have seen it. Chelsea have seen it. Manchester United have seen it. Liverpool Liverpool haven't. But you know what? Liverpool haven't. But 3 of the 5 have. What we talking about here? The aim was. Your team perfect right now? No, it's not perfect. No. I know. I'm in agreement with that.
Oh, okay.
But is it close to it? Yes. It's close to it. What would you? Where's the glaring weakness in your side?
My glaring weakness, in
What's
my
the glaring
opinion,
weakness? Yeah. Go on.
my humble opinion is currently at right back.
Okay.
My humble opinion,
Right
it's
back.
also at DM, because at DM Pep needs to do a system, not a player interchange type coaching or managing. And I've obviously said it. You said, okay, Pep's going to do his madness, do his tinkering, but at striker.
Mhm.
I'm vulnerable there. I'm vulnerable at defensive mid.
Vulnerable
I'm
squad
vulnerable
wise.
at right back.
So squad wise, you're vulnerable in those places, not first
Yeah.
team. Squad wise, none of us have.
Even first team. I got questions on whether Rico Lewis can do the job.
So Rico Lewis won,
and whether Walker.
Okay,
I don't know if Walker still has
right
a leg.
back. I
So
hear
that's
you.
why I got issues.
Rodri's calm and Haaland's calm from a first team perspective.
Yeah.
So you have
all first team related.
So you have one issue, first team related.
No, I have three.
How are you free when Rodri plays?
Yeah, but we're talking season. This again, Flawless. If it happens to be my starting 11, all.
But that's the point. You're missing the point.
City,
the point I'm
Liverpool should all
making
be
is
calm. Chelsea should all be calm.
What I'm saying is you have one issue from your first team 11. Nobody else in the league has that. Everyone else has multiple issues. You have. Well, I actually think Rico Lewis is good enough, but I'm not even going to argue you down on it. I'll give you the right back one just for argument's sake. You have one issue in your first 11.
So what are the numerous issues at Liverpool?
Numerous issues. DM, striker, left winger. 3 right there. Off the top of my dome. Yeah, got him. What we saying? There are issues right there.
When you have Luis Diaz doing his thing, when you have
their midfield's not good enough to go and win the Premier League. Their left winger isn't good enough to go win the Premier League. Neither is their striker. And if you want to do squad even more, they don't have the centre backs. They don't have a left back. They don't have central midfielder. They don't have a left winger or striker. If you want to do the squad thing, how many is that? So you have 3.
So this league,
they have multiple.
Yes,
this is why you predicted yourself to win the league. Yes.
That's because I also back my club, whether we're quote unquote perfect or not.
Yeah. And I've had some Arsenal fans who have picked Arsenal over City for that very reason as well.
Yeah, I get being the favorite, but I also understand that
we're just gonna bypass the glaring weaknesses that Liverpool have. But okay, so they have just named multiple that they have.
No, you named them, but again, when looking at it, I do rate their attack. I do.
Didn't say I don't rate their attack.
Yeah,
I do.
No, but I mean attack. in terms of striker, I don't think they have a striker issue. Left wing,
they have no. They have they have a backup striker issue.
Okay.
They have a backup striker. Left wing, they have an issue. First team and backup.
But see, here's the funny thing: you'll say you don't rate their left wing, or you'll point out their inefficiencies.
Yeah.
But then when anyone wants to talk about my left wings, whether it's Jeremy Doku or Jack Grealish, guess what? No one.
Doku's not there. Yeah, no one. Grealish, 50-50 people.
Okay.
I personally rate Grealish. Doku's rubbish though. I hear you on that.
Okay.
But so now we're just gonna bypass. Wait. Foden can play out there. So can Bernardo Silva.
No, but this could play out there. It's not
Foden. Foden. Okay, if Foden goes to Liverpool, is he their best left winger?
He would be wasted at left wing.
That's not what I asked. If Foden goes to Liverpool, is he their best left winger?
I don't know.
Hey, chat. I don't know. Hey, chat. To everyone in the chat, because there's multiple people. If Philip Foden signs for Liverpool, is he their best left winger? Another one. Hey, chat. If Jack Grealish goes to Liverpool, is he their best left winger? Hey, chat. Sarcasm City community, I need you lot. If Bernardo Silva goes to... Actually, I've rolled all the questions into one chat. If Bernardo Silva, Philip Foden, or Jack Grealish go to Liverpool, are any of those 3 Liverpool's best left winger? So if those 3 if those 3 all join Liverpool, people, are any one of them Liverpool's best left winger? Please let me know. Does anyone in the chat? Because Vaya got amnesia, so we'll exclude Vaya from this. But everyone else, is there anyone else that thinks in the chat currently right now that if any of those 3 go to Liverpool, they're not one of Liverpool's best left winger?
I
So
now
whether
have
it's
a
Foden,
better attack.
so whether it's Foden, whether it's Grealish, whether it's Bernardo Silva, any one of those three. Does anyone think Diaz, Gakpo, or anyone else they can play at left winger better than any of those three? Or any of those, please let me know. Let me know, please. So
Wow.
all right, so we've just cleared that up. So your players who don't even play there in Philip Foden and Bernardo Silva are better than their actual players who play there. That shows the levels in terms of difference in the
The
squad.
chat are saying that my attacking left wing or potential left wing players are better than Liverpool's.
Yes, because they are.
Wow.
They even know why.
All
Apart from Doku, Doku's rubbish. Outside of him, yes. Couple said no to. A couple people said no to Grealish. But my point is, if Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden play at Liverpool Football Club, they are starting week in, week out at left wing. And left wing is not even their best positions. That's the difference in level of squads. That's the point I'm talking about. You said you have an issue at right back, first team squad player, DM squad player, striker squad player. Whereas Liverpool have issues at DM, central mid as a DM, as a left winger, as a striker. Those three right there. Even someone agreeing you were saying Doku stats. So you even got someone on your side. Even man saying Doku. But that's a whole different conversation. Never mind their squad, because you like to say squad. So they need centre back. They don't have.
Yeah, that's because I heard their attacking is better than mine. So when I want to point that out,
we got to exclude this, but we can't exclude that. We got to include it all. They backup centre back, they're lacking. Backup left back, they're lacking. Backup DM, they're lacking. Backup striker, they're lacking. Backup left winger, that's 5.
Flawless, but arguably they lacked all those things when they won the league as well, though.
No, they didn't.
They had limitations on.
They had Mane.
They had limitations on how good their squad was to Manchester City squad was.
Yeah, but
and they were still able to win the league.
Yeah, you lot also had to fall off a cliff, and they also had a better team. They had a better 11. There was no glaring weakness. Apart from you could argue central midfield. They had that Liverpool 11 that won the league is better than the Liverpool 11 now. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Alisson's
what
we're talking about. So what we doing here? So your players who don't even play left wing, because Foden barely plays left wing, Bernardo Silva barely plays left wing, Grealish does play out there, but those two are named. Don't even play left wing. So the two of your players who don't even play left wing often start for the team who are, some would say, are the closest to you. I would personally say second closest to you. What are we doing here? Same with Arsenal. It's the exact same with Arsenal. Bernardo Silva, Philip Foden both start for Arsenal. Any of your nines or anyone who plays false 9 starts for Arsenal. Your entire midfield starts for Arsenal. What are we doing? Defense. That's the only thing they've got over you. What are we doing out here?
Okay.
Hear what I'm saying? The closest rivals, and it's not even a debate, that your midfield trio and 2 of your 3 start for them in attack if we do a combined 11.
So to hear this correctly,
go on.
If
Arsenal, it's crazy.
If Liverpool were to win this league, it would be a major upset.
Absolutely.
It would be the doing the impossible, because this is City's league to lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And so
unless I lose players or they acquire better players, I'm in the driver's seat.
Yes.
Okay.
Hear what you just said. Acquire better players. And that's where fans' issue lies, in the window. Because our Arsenal are a million miles away from you lot. No. They're not a million miles away. But the intent from the ownership was not to get closer or overtake Manchester City. Because if they were really serious, you go get a central midfielder who is of a certain quality, and you go get a striker who's of a certain quality. Now we cooking. Because defensively, we got it. Defensively, Arsenal have it. But in midfield, they don't, and attack, they don't.
Let me point this out real quick, because I come from an athletics background, right? So I'm accustomed to doing tons of training on the track that doesn't really translate until meet day, right? But you know that you're putting in the work and you're improving.
Yeah.
For some of these crybabies, okay? For some of these criers, just because you haven't necessarily acquired a player doesn't mean your current players aren't improving from what they were a season before. The same reason why some players that happen to leave your club, look at all the praise and joy that Chelsea fans were trying to give it to United fans with what Sancho was able to do. Sometimes the quality is there, it's just not performing.
Yeah, it's not the right environment.
So
100%.
the ambition or the acquisition of ownership for players doesn't always translate for the fan bases to be crying because the players themselves don't quite show or shine the way they're expected to.
Yeah. But notice how Chelsea fans were pretty happy with their window. You know why? Because their board showed intent.
They were pretty happy.
Yeah, they were pretty happy with their window. Yes. Their doubts come from the players who are already there. And also you got a new manager. So it's an unknown. But in regards to their actual window, they didn't have too many issues. Who did they sign that's getting backlash?
No, I think they're more crying about not getting players out.
Exactly. My point. Because their man are not good enough. You're right. Can players improve? Can players improve to a certain extent? Yes. And that's why if it's a younger player,
there's no
it's a younger player. No, you can't please everyone. No, because that's impossible. You can't please everyone. There's people who are always going to complain. You can't please everyone. However, forget pleasing everyone, because I say this all the time. Fuck the fans, including myself. Go out there and get results. And when you fall short and don't get results and the performances are bad, that's where the criticism then lies. And then it backs up the argument of why people had issues. Why was I so adamant about this manager not being good enough? Look at our performances.
Okay.
Even though I think we had a good window, I actually think we had great outgoings as well. I have very little complaints about what any of us did transfer window wise. You've heard me say this. Now, would I have preferred if we were going to keep this manager for us to spend the money on more offensive players? Yeah. If we're going to keep this manager, we might as well have just went all out and just signed a whole heap of attacking players and tried to outscore teams. That's my only criticism.
Yeah, so
that's my only criticism. If they was going to do that, because to me, you can't 0-0 your win games, but you can fall free.
I don't like how modern day football, and I know you want to get to the super chat, but I don't like how modern day football have now made talking about phases or progression or improvement year over year to be bad things, to not be part of what sport is, to not be some patience required, because like many fans, they expect their club to be the best. But like you said it, there can only be one king. There can only be one winner. So when you have everyone essentially fighting for limited spots, when you fall short of those limited spots, it doesn't mean I'm losing my mind and wanting owners out, managers out, when the competition can be fierce.
Again,
when everyone can critique and say more could have been done.
Again, it depends on the intent. If you're talking about
but
in
how
hindsight,
do you judge the intent?
Yes, you judge the intent by looking at what your squad have, how you did last season. Okay, what do we need? Did we go out and acquire what we needed? Yes, that's intent. Did we go out and acquire what we needed? No. Did Arsenal go out and get what they needed to get to go and finish above Manchester City? No, they didn't. Anyone with 2 eyeballs and a brain knew that Arsenal needed a centre forward, needed a central midfielder of high quality. If they would have went and got, I know you can't go and sign De Jong, but if they go and sign De Jong from Barcelona and go get Gyökeres from Portuguese side, I can't remember who it is. That's in Sporting. I think, is it Sporting, right, people? But they go get Gyökeres and they go get De Jong. And for anyone says, I'm not saying they signed De Jong, I'm talking about the caliber. You know what that does? Puts everybody on notice. Or they mean business. These men just signed De Jong and Gyökeres. I would look at that and go, oh shit, Arsenal are serious this season. That's intent. I keep telling you this, fam. It's not about the result, it's the intent. Same way, you know how you lot showed the intent by buying Savinho and Gundogan, bringing Gundogan back. That's intent. We mean business. We are not looking to stand still.
But Flawless, this is the thing. This is the thing what's funny. You see it as showing an intent.
Yes.
Gundogan fell in our lap. Pause.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole. So it's not. One could argue what we're City doing.
But we can play that game as well. But the fact is,
there would have essentially been no plan. It would have been a Savinho and not anyone else. Because this is a deal that was
okay. Savinho's that's good. That's intent. Because Savinho walks into your first 11. Can't kid a kid up. Savinho walks into your first 11. He's something. He's not only is he quality, he's something different on the right wing. He gives you something different from a Bernardo Silva or Foden.
He does. There's the transition to the squad though.
There is the transition, but it's intent. How come you don't think it? But I seen Savinho play for.
Yeah, I saw him play for Girona. Yeah.
And you know what I said after watching? No, I watched him I tell a lie, I didn't watch him for Girona. I watched Copa America, and I said, last thing we need is him in the league at City. I said this after watching him for 15 minutes. I said, we don't need him in the league at Manchester City. Problem. Something different of a certain quality. I hope he's. I don't wish injuries on anybody. But what are we talking about here? Right. Aziz, you're just saying it in the chat. I have to agree we didn't have the intent. Even if it was just a number 9, I'd be happy. Intent. If they go get Gyökeres and De Jong, even if they fall short, you know what you look at? You go, right, the board went for it. Then you know
they're still crying fouls.
No. If they fall short, yes, but they are. Then their criticism isn't at the board. You know where their criticism goes at? The manager and the players. Wait, let me land. The manager and the players. Because the board could have done no more. We brought you Gyökeres and Nigel De Jong. Throw Raheem Sterling in the mix as well. Throw Moreno in the mix as well. So you've signed those 4. Calafiori as well. Intent. See, Tony was there. If they would have went and got Tony and De Jong.
All right.
Intent. All right. I keep talking about like that's where it's done. My board, as much as I was critical, showed intent in the window. That's why I've not criticized them from a window perspective. Would I have liked more? Yes, but I'm not being critical. I'm just like, it kind of don't make sense with the manager.
Okay.
Because we know we don't score goals and you lot kept the same manager. So just do the Chelsea thing and spend it all on attack.
All right. I hear it.
Well, big up to Suj for the super chat. Says big up Flawless. Hit the like button and subscribe. As a Gooner and mixed on Arteta. He needs to get across the line this year or the squad will diminish. Appreciated for the super chat, Suj. And that's what it is. My nephew in the chat, Villa fan. He's not expecting Villa to win the league. But he's looking at it. All right, what did we do in this window? I like these signings. I don't like these signings.
Why is he mixed on Arteta? Why is
because Arteta spent close to, he spent 600, 700 million and hasn't won a major trophy.
That's a major trophy being the league or Champions League?
Definitely not the FA Cup or League Cup, mate.
So to be mixed, it's like, so I think you got to assess how he's crashing out of these not winning majors. I think you got to look at what's the quality of club, the squad that he's going up against, of course, and judging the manager. But the same way we've kind of broken down on how there's inefficiencies or not complete squads, there's things missing.
Yeah.
Arteta not winning the league versus, you just pointed out, City, one of the most complete squads in the Prem. Is Arteta really not a manager that can get over the line when it looks like he needs to get more quality players? And when it comes to Champions League, when he's losing out to a Bayern Munich, when he's losing out to a, Tommy Tuchel.
They should have beat Bayern.
They should have. Should they?
Just because I put that more on the players than not on the manager, to be honest. I put the defeats. I put more of that on the players than I do the manager.
So again, the kind of mixed thing with regards to Arteta, I think Arteta.
They should have won the 2 leagues off you lot last year.
I don't know.
No, that's what hurts him. They win 1 out of the 2. I'll say this. They should have won 1. If they would have won 1 out of the 2, all this noise is deaded.
Okay. But the only reason why he didn't win was because, again, the greatest manager to touch
because of him. But it's the manner in which it was. City were even at their best.
They weren't, but we also had the deepest squad, which you explained. So Arteta, it wasn't.
You still should have. When you lead,
he was doing a lot more with less. You can't really crash.
Yes, you can. When you are top of the league for 93% of the time, if you don't win it, you should lose your job.
He was playing out. The players were playing out of their bodies, man. They
didn't get them playing. Playing out of their bodies and couldn't beat Fulham home or away. Sorry, bye.
All right.
What do you mean all now?
Those on Spotify. You're going to continue to hear my voice. Those of you on YouTube, I got to drop, but I'm going to call back in.
But
I got to make a move. All right.
Yeah, Coffee, click back in. Vader will click back in very, very shortly. Get your questions in. We will get to the title as well because we even got to City Inter Milan. But run up the likes though. Low on likes today. Let's get us up to 40 likes, people. Hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new. Such big up for the super chat as well. Big up to Vader. It's always good chopping up with him, but my oh my, like Vader. Like this, he some of the opinions is wild. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the opinions is very, 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 very wild. But once he gets back, we will get to the City Inter Milan game and others. But I'd say this all the time, especially when me and Vader are talking intent. Even if Arsenal go and sign those two players, a De Jong and a Tony or Gyökeres, for example, and fall short, you go, all right, they fell short, but the board did what they were supposed to. Signed 2 first-team players. Now, maybe the first 2 team players didn't play well. Maybe the other players around them didn't play well. The manager didn't manage that. Same with Liverpool. Zubamendi, let's say they go get Zubamendi and Osimhen. Intent. They go get Zubamendi, Osimhen, I don't know, a left back of a certain quality. Then you go, okay, and add Chiesa into the mix who they sign. That's intent from FSG. Now, if they fall short, that's on the players they brought in, the players around him, and slot. Say this all the time, people. Well, it's easy to say what Vader's saying when he's winning things week in, week out. Vader must be banned from gas stations for all his gaslighting. It's crazy. But shout out to Vader. Subscribe to his channel, vatorgamestv. I don't know if he has that. I'll ask him when he gets back. Don't worry about that. I'll ask him when he gets back. Let me get to the Manchester United side of things as well. Hold up. Let me actually add Vader's. I gotta lower this, delete some of this stuff out the title. Give me a sec. Add Vader's channel to the title. We just put Man United 7, Barnsley now. Just run it like that. Boom. So people, Vader's channel, the link's in the title. Vader's channel, the link is in the title, people. It's in the title. Man said, yeah, talk about how you find your level. Well, we're above that level because we 7-0. So we above League One. In regards to it, did everything we were supposed to in the game, Manchester United. Very, very happy. We won, scored plenty of goals, won the game comfortably, no form of upset, no injuries. Would I like to have not seen the players come off the bench you did? That's probably my only criticism. I would have preferred to have seen Wheatley come off the bench. But I'm glad Bayern started. Glad Mazzarari, De Ligt, and Martinez didn't play. Glad Maino didn't get off the bench. It was good to see. Oh, it's a championship. All right. Glad to see that Agate got minutes. Casemiro got minutes. Eriksen in the 10. Rashford, couple goals. Hopefully it can help him. I'm hoping it can help Rashford. Anthony was out there. So, yeah, not really too much to say on it. Not really too much to say on it. Comfortable, very, very comfortable victory. Didn't do the Spurs thing. There was no thought in my mind as I was watching that game that United weren't going to win it. We were comfy in that game. Absolutely comfortable in the game. And like I said, most important thing outside of the win was the victory. Get the win, 7-0, through to the next round. It's a trophy we won 2 years ago. Something we can target. Why not? Oh, you're saying that, so we're somewhere in between the Championship and League One. First, Flawless is 2-2. Speak to him nicely. Who's 2-2? I'm 2-2. Are you talking about Rashford being 2-2? Well, he scored a brace, so he's actually 3-2. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know how it could be banana skins, but we put them to the sword, and the biggest test is Palace. I seen, shout out to the OG Nuruddin, I seen him say bigger tests are coming up, Giddy FC. Because Nuruddin's the OG who's always going to keep his feet on the ground. And that is the biggest test. Not, oh yeah, Tottenham and United, you already know, 2-2. Palace away. Even though Palace have not been in good form, they haven't won all season. I've not watched them. I heard they played decent away at Chelsea. People have also stated that, like I was saying, that they're not the same. But it's still going to be a tough game. I don't think we just walk through Crystal Palace. Not in the slightest. And that's the biggest test. The biggest test is Crystal Palace away. A bigger
Crystal
test
Palace?
at home to Brentford. Away, I mean at home to Spurs. I'm not looking at Barnsley and 20 in the Europa League. But
I gotta
go on.
I gotta say, Flawless. Some of your fan base didn't want to give Erik ten Hag ETH the praise that he deserved for the result. You know what I mean? Like
the Barnsley game.
Yeah.
In what sense?
in terms of like you did what you had to do,
Yeah,
and
supposed to do. We dispatched of a League One side as a League One side. Yeah.
and that's now 2 wins on the bounce.
Yes. We beat
And
a championship side, a championship level side, and a League One side. Yeah.
Oh, see.
What do you mean?
What?
See what? What did again? This is where the issue lies. What did I say that was wrong? Don't you have Southampton getting relegated?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
But
so Southampton they're a championship level side in the Premier League. Barnsley are a League One side currently.
You can only play who's in front of you.
Facts, and we got the wins. We dispatched of them. We did what we're supposed to. Props to the manager. Props to the team. We move. Palace is the big test.
Palace is the big test. Now, had he not gotten those results, have been a lot worse. And I get it, when you lose or you don't perform well, you need to be talked about. But the thing that I kind of said, I was saying, if Erik ten Hag comes out of this, 3-game stint with 2 wins, I think there should be some calmer voices. There should be some.
Wait, you mean when you say the 3 games, you mean Southampton, Barnsley, Palace?
No, Southampton, Palace, and then you play Spurs.
Brentford. Nah, wait, Spurs. I still a lie. Yeah, Spurs. Yeah. Right.
So I was saying 2 out of those 3 league games. With regards to league games, I wasn't even looking with regards to the League Cup, but 2 out of those 3. I think everybody needs to kind of calm down.
Is one of them a loss? Or is it a draw? That changes everything. If it's 7 from 9, I hear you. 7 from 9 is a good return.
6 out of 9 is bad.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I've just mentioned Palace not being in good form, and Spurs are like the London version of us. We shouldn't be losing to either.
Okay,
I'm not saying we should beat them both.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we shouldn't be losing. We shouldn't lose to either.
It would depend. It would depend on style of play. It would depend on. I mean, if it's something.
Yeah, if we get 7 from 9, I'd hear it. I actually think I'm leaning towards 7 from 9, which is a good return.
Now, has Erik ten Hag done anything these last 2 games that jump out to you as like, oh, I see what he's implementing. I see what he's asking these players to do?
No, just the individual quality of the players and the teams we're playing against. We played the championship side and the League One side.
You think it was just you were just facing inferior quality, and that's why?
Yes. And because we're defensively better, we managed to hang in the game against Southampton and not give up. Because that's one thing about us. If we were a boxer, as soon as we was on ropes, we're getting knocked out. That's what it was like last season. As soon as we got clipped and was on jelly legs, or the momentum was with the other fighter, we was losing. We weathered the storm against Southampton. Onana played very well, made the penalty save. Defensively, we've been better. Like I've been saying, I've been better all season long.
Can I share something? I know this is I know, as much as I was saying earlier, like there's so much crying going on in modern day football. I do want to vent this, and it's something that I and many of my Manchester City fans don't do. And over at CIA, please tune in, subscribe if you haven't already.
Play Against TV, links in the title, people.
Respect it. Now, it's the football, it's flows. Football is a game of chances. Football is you try to score, I try to defend, I try to score, you try to defend. That happens throughout a game. When I hear flawless, and I get it, some people it's just how they look at football, it's how they talk about football. But when I hear you could have been 1-0 down, or you could have been 2-0 down, or had it not been, well, that is damn sport. You know how many times it could be said that Manchester City, as good as we are, could have been 1-0 down or 2-0 down, and we come through with the win, or we come through with the result? That is not something to crash it on the manager. Imagine a post-game conversation, and I'm trying to crash it on my manager, saying Pep set us up and we could have been 1 or 2-0 down by 20 minutes into a game to Brentford.
Yeah.
So it happens. The players play. There's movement on the pitch. Sometimes that's the situation. It's so, and the same thing. I often don't hear the reverse of that though, Flawless. I often don't hear the, oh, we could have been 2 or 1-0 up. You know what I mean? I don't hear that. I don't see those chances being referred to and hammered on the manager to criticize. And
Yeah, I get it.
that's one of the modern day football things that, again, it's like, this needs to change. This needs to fix up.
I
And
get you with that. Because I remember you saying it in the comments, because it was when I was on the Yardman show, and Kaneki was saying this.
yes.
What you gotta understand is about Kaneki is he will never give credit to Ten Hag or Manchester United, and he's honest about it. He'll never give him credit.
So if he'll never give
Because
credit,
he's just against the manager solely and against the vast majority of the players. He's not with it.
So how am I supposed to value his opinion then?
You ignore it when it comes to him talking about Manchester United. You take it with a pinch of salt, which is what I do. Same way, shout out to my guy Eddie. You're a basketball fan, right, Vale?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out for those that know Eddie. Eddie's Lakers gang through and through.
Okay.
Cutting me bleed purple and gold. When he starts talking about the Clippers, I know what I'm getting. So I take it with a pinch of salt because he lets it be known. Fuck the Dippers. They could win the next 5 straight championships and they'll say that lucky, fluke, trash. So that's what I rate when people are honest about their biases, and that's what it is with Kaneki when it comes to Manchester United. I know what it is.
Okay, I understand now because
same way when I said Maguire had a good game against Fulham and Kaneki weren't trying to hear it. I know you weren't trying to hear it.
Okay, I get that.
So,
I get it now.
I get your overall point. You do get people who are like that, and I say this. I think people are a lot of people over exaggerate when it comes to Manchester United. Me and Mons was having this argument on Back Again, just the last show when we were talking, because he was like, "Oh, you were scrambling around against Southampton." No, he wasn't. Oh, you was on ropes. Yeah, scrambling around. No. Oh, you had one. What? How many chances did he have? They had one cleared off the line and penalty save. That's it.
Right.
But and he'll turn around and say we're mid. Oh, you should do better. But then he'll turn around the week before and say we're mid-table fodder. So if we're mid-table fodder, why should we be going anywhere to dominate? But again, over exaggeration, which people are gonna do because it's Manchester United. And I'm someone who's critical of Manchester United. However, I won't over exaggerate it. Against Southampton, we rid the wave when the momentum was with them for 20-25 minutes. And then after that, we bounced back and took control of the game, and they didn't have a sniff. We did what we were supposed to do. Would I like Manchester United to start better? Of course. But I understand the manager and the team I have. We're not going to dominate games for 90 minutes. Highly unlikely we're going to dominate a game for 75 minutes, 70 minutes. I was surprised we were in control for 60. Can't remember the last time we was in control of a Premier League game like that where I felt comfortable. So it's a stepping stone. It's a start. But to Vader's point, I do hear about the over-exaggeration of the criticism of teams. So you have to take it from some people there with a pinch of salt, because like Kaneki's honest about it. Can't stand the manager or the team. His opinion still, I still take it on board, because I'm like, he'll still make, even in his criticism, he'll still make interesting points and stuff I may not have seen before. So like that's where it stems from. But yeah, overall, with Ten Hag, yeah, you did what you're supposed to do. 2 wins from 2. It's Palace. Go beat Palace. Go and beat Palace on the weekend. Then that's when I'll be like, all right, cool. Momentum's with us now. Go put in a good performance as well there as well. Obviously, the result is the most important thing, but go do the business. Go do the business. But run up the likes, you lot. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. Let's get up to 40 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well, Sarcasm City TV. Subscribe to Vator's channel, Vator Games TV. Normally, this show is on a Tuesday, but because of Europe, that's why I switched them all around. You didn't get the United Liverpool show yesterday because the man them weren't around, but today, which is normally the United Arsenal show, you're getting United City. United Arsenal show is tomorrow after the Atalanta versus Arsenal watch-along will be live on the playback. You'll also get a Q&A at 5 p.m. UK time as well. But all these are on the upcoming live stream schedule. Anyway, right here on the YouTube, go follow the playback. If you drop points against Palace, do you think it's a setback or you're not surprised about it? Not surprised about it? Because I'm fully aware of we can drop points to anybody, Warrior J. Bear in mind, you'd even say lose if Warrior J, if you said to me, I think United will draw 1-1 against Palace. I hear it. It's not whoa. So, but yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, it's not a setback because what my expectation and bar for these man is so low. I don't know what a setback is anymore, Warrior J.
Oh my goodness.
What is a setback? Oh yeah, it's different for Vator because Vator has us as 3rd, but I have us 7th. So if we draw a game away at Palace, is it really a setback?
You still have United 7.
Still, yeah. Why am I supposed to change?
So who's 6?
Spurs.
Okay.
5th Villa, 4th Chelsea, 3rd Liverpool, 2nd Arsenal, 1st you lot.
Wow. Okay.
And the Spurs, they even started off too good, but Newcastle seemed to be on smoke. But yeah, like that's it, Warrior J. You laughing because we talk every day. You know this. That's why I can't say it's a setback. What are we set back from? All right, so it's a setback in our race for 7th. All right, we might finish 8th or 9th. Because yes, we battered Barnsley 7-0. Yes, we scored 3 goals against Southampton. Goal scoring is still a problem because we ain't gonna play that level of team every week. Guarantee we ain't going to batter a team. We ain't beating Palace 3-4-0. Tell you that much. If you check the bookmakers, the odds on Manchester United scoring 3 goals in that game, you put a tenner on that, you're a rich man. You put £100 on that, the money you get back, you could probably buy my channel from me. That's how much you get back from that. I don't even know the odds, but I know the odds on Manchester United to score 3 goals in that game is a lot. Only 3-1, 5-1 or something, 10-1.
Is that home or away?
Is at Palace, is at Selhurst Park. Bet is high. Big up YG as well. With that being said, I'm actually going to check the odds on that just for the sake of it. But Vator, stalemate in the Champions League opener versus Inter Milan.
Yeah, man. Listen, first and foremost, let me say respect to Inter. Respect to Inter coming to the Manchester City house at Etihad. Everybody thought I was trolling last year. Everybody thought I was trying to talk down on Arsenal when I said you can get at City if you play with courage, if you play with some type of guts. You know, Arteta and the players themselves, they set up for a draw. That was the wrong attitude. Mentally, that was the wrong attitude. You saw what Inter did. Inter actually played that game a lot different than they did in the Champions League. Very different. And I get it. The stakes were a lot higher. But I expected, or kind of said it was going to be like a 1-0 City. And that's playing at home versus Inter. I thought it was going to be close. Am I disappointed with how we played? I'm not so much disappointed with the overall play, but I'm disappointed with the shots taken on net. Like they were Savinho, Gundogan, Haaland. Foden a little. It was just a little wasteful. It was kind of like they were looking just to make contact as opposed to actually picking a spot and trying to score the goal. So that was disappointing. I mean, I looked at Rodri. Rodri looked like he'd only played a half of football for the entire season. I hated seeing Savinho and KDB go off with injury at the start the second half. So hopefully all that's precautionary because we play Arsenal on Sunday. So this was like a double whammy type game. But let me say this.
Cool.
Inter, and I'm gonna speak to Judge Mo, but Inter, they deserve the respect that was given to them. Like we were trying to get at them, but at the same time, we realized kind of late in that game, in my opinion, we couldn't commit as many players forward because as soon as they won possession, it wasn't about a few passes going through us for them to go on the attack. They were actually racing almost downhill. You saw Barella, you saw other midfield players for Inter just running down on us to create opportunities, and that we got to fix up. Am I disappointed that it's a 0-0? Not with this new format. This would have been a lot worse had it been the old format. I'm gonna be real with you. But this league format, we got another 7 more games to play. So Inter is going to be one of the toughest ones. I mean, in our quote unquote bracket with this whole new format, we got Juventus to have to worry about. But I think all in all, for a revenge Champions League type match, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I can't complain. I mean, now I know Rival's already talking. I see you trying to. I don't know what you're looking up right now, but I see you ready to ask some questions with regards to
that was me. That was just the jokes with the betting thing I was mentioning about the away goals that you get for Manchester United. I was trying to find it. We're like 18-1 tells you all you need to know. But yeah, go on.
18-1, damn.
That's supposed to score like 3.3.
That's for you to score 3 goals.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. You put £100 on that, you're a rich man.
Yeah, that might be worth just throwing 5 on it, 10.
No, it's not, man. The people don't pay attention. United ain't scoring 3 goals after at Palace. Stop. No, go on as you were. This guy, I'm
But
trying to give people bad advice.
I'm just saying that with the odds so extreme, if you can afford not to go and get that whatever fast food combo, go and put some money on it. That's all I'm saying. I don't gamble, but if you're going to do it responsibly. Haaland now. Why is it that when a team sets up to defend for their lives and defend very particular with regards to Haaland, that rivals want to talk about and say, where was Haaland? Why is it when a team is so committed to shutting him down and not make him effective, then want to say, where was he? Like he wasn't being guarded by more than a center back or a center back pairing. It's again, modern day football. But will this be the case? Will he avenge the lack of goals? I think he's gonna make life difficult on Sunday for Arsenal. So I'm kind of okay with him not being the guy again in a quote unquote Champions League game. But we know that he's capable of. He's scored many. He's still on track. He's still on track to tie the Cristiano Ronaldo quickest to 100 in the game versus Arsenal, if I'm correct. I think that'll mark his 100th game. And if he scores 1, he ties the record. If he scores 2, he's done it quicker than CR7. So the man's phenomenal. And the man's gonna get doubted. The man's gonna get criticized. Can you believe that they don't want to rate him? They don't want to rate him as a footballer. That's how they're now trying to judge this man.
It is, man, because man scored 9 goals in 4 games. We got crashing him for some.
No, what? No,
fucking
respect.
Rivals. We do. We got crashing him for something. It's respecting. That's why we're crashing on him. It's respect. You don't crash on terrible ballers unless it's Doku. Like we don't crash on terrible ballers, do we?
Yeah, you're gonna stop with that. Oh, Flawless. You listen. You better block my contact when Doku starts.
Doku starts
block my contact when Doku
Wait,
starts.
Doku starts what? A game? Yeah, he can do that. That's what his GNA stands for. Where to Kaneki, goals and appearance. I mean, games and appearances. Starts what? What's Doku starting? Apart from games.
When he starts, because I think he's gonna make that left wing role his.
Sure.
When he starts, and I got the combo of him and Savinho, I might lose you because I got to take the elevator.
No stress.
When he starts and he starts producing on the regular, all this he's trash or rubbish, you're gonna have to eat those words. All right, I'm gonna be a second.
Yeah, no stress. Do your thing, man. But with Vader, it's like you don't realize the reason why we crash on Haaland is because we're tired of him. You know what I'm saying? We tired of him. Tired. Man scored 9 goals in 4 games. How are you at game week 5 and he's probably going to get to double figures already? He scored more goals than every other team in the Prem combined. Yeah. Of course, everyone's clear of Doku pretty much. Any half-decent winger is clear of Doku. Anyone, like, top 15 wingers is probably like everybody. It's probably just United. It's probably just United wingers and like the relegation lot. Like everyone. City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, Brighton. Yeah, Warrior J. I did answer. I'm the United 7, Barnsley 0. Pleased with the result. Happy with the rotation to see obviously Bayern Deer start. 3 of the back 4 didn't start. Agate got minutes as well. Rashford another couple goals. Garnacho got a couple goals. So yeah, that's good. And we won 7-0, no injuries through to the next round. And hopefully we get another favorable draw. I don't know who's left in the competition, but hey, run me Barnsley again. Not Barnsley again, but like a League 1 team at home in the 4th round. Who's actually left in the Carabao Cup? Because there's games next week as well. Hopefully, I don't know, Watford knockout City, and we can have Watford. Works for me. Let's see who's left. Like Walsall, you got AFC Wimbledon, Chelsea play Barrow, Wickham. I'm looking for a Bolton. Run me one of them. That's where I'm at. Who's left? Stoke City, Preston. One of those two. Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton again. I even want Premier League side. Just lower league opposition at home. That's where I'm at for the next round. Lower league opposition at home. I'm seeing there. Hopefully, Walsall knock out Leicester. Watford beat City. AFC Wimbledon beat Newcastle. Barrow beat Chelsea. Wycombe beat Villa. Bolton beat Arsenal. West Ham beat Liverpool. Highly unlikely to happen, but yeah, I can hope. Oh yeah, of course you're gonna smoke Wycombe. I want Wycombe to win. I want all lower league opposition in the next round, man. No prem sides. Apart from West Ham to knock out Liverpool at Anfield. Trying to get to this trophy. Trying to get to this trophy. That's what it is, man. We're trying to pick up trophies out here. Certain teams ain't won trophies in 5 years, but man will hire up their manager, but after spending 600 million, but we moved. Vader, what are you saying?
Yo, I just think did you come to Eric Ten Hag's defense when everybody was trying to talk down on him when he stated that other than Pep, he was the most winningest manager of the last two years?
I pay him no mind. I treat him like the crazy ex-girlfriend. All right, say what you want. I'm just not paying it no attention.
Pay him no attention.
That's where I'm at with it.
No, he needed your support on that one because he was factually right.
I'm not here to support him. I'm not here to support anything of his. I'm not the guy. I'm not here. There's no content creators out there for it. I'm not there. I have no interest in that whatsoever.
That's messed up.
I watch your football and your team play week in, week out. So
okay, but let's be real. Let's be real. You wouldn't trade the last two seasons with any other fan other than City.
Yeah, facts. That goes to show how shitty seasons they had, which I remind them of all the time. You got terrible seasons too. Even Arsenal under Arteta. But they came second, and it's a valiant effort. All right, you're just Luigi without the cape. That's what it is. You're Luigi without the cape. That's what it is. Like Liverpool had the cape on being Luigi. You took the cape off.
They took the cape off. Now with oh crap, can I turn here? Yeah, I think so. So with this upcoming or with this new format of Champions League, because this is what I want to ask you before I take the elevator. Are you a fan of this kind of like league format?
I like it. I was skeptical of it because I didn't understand it at first, but once I seen the draw, I was like, and how it works, I was like, I like this. I really do. Yeah, I'm a fan. I do. I like it. Something different.
I'm hearing fans not liking it, and I get it from the standpoint that there's so much more uncertainty, but for the Champions League and for the drama, that's why they're happy. Because you can't go and win 3 games in your group and say, you know what, yeah, we can rest players, everything's kind of set, we're good to go. You can't do that anymore. So I like that aspect of it, but I'm curious to see how the late stage of this whole league plays out and what kind of player rotation happens.
That's true.
So
when teams need results,
because you're gonna need results. You're gonna maybe kind of do your quick math and figure out what needs to happen for you to advance through. But the thing that I have confidence in is that I think my manager is gonna maybe drive a few Manchester City fans crazy with the amount of rotation that he plays, that he shows for this season to really play out. Because I don't think it's a coincidence when KDB and Rodri are talking about the number of games. The number of games that are being played is wild. Now, the same way I said I want to revisit some of these successful, squads that won trophies back in the day, and whether this modern day football fan base would be crashing in on them and demanding more of owners and and managers. But I'm curious to actually do the math and see how many games were being played by players, late 90s, early 2000s. Because for us, it feels like there's more games, right? You got the international breaks, and you got these nations league and all this kind of stuff. Like, it feels like more games. So I understand the gripe, but I want to do the math. I really want to check it out first and talk with confidence on whether, the players are right for it. But rotation, balance, dropping of players based off of minutes played, because I did not like Flawless. I did not like, and maybe I don't have a right to really fuss about this when you look at Arsenal and the injuries that they have. But I don't like seeing Savinho and KDB come off that pitch.
I get that. Of course, you'd be concerned about injuries. Of course, without doubt. Of course. And big up to Jacob for this raid as well, man. Big up everyone that's joined over from the raid. We are closing out here shortly.
Large up, Jacob.
But speaking of that, scoreline prediction for that game coming up. Big game. Your closest rivals. The first and second best managers in the league. Am I correct in saying that's your opinion on it?
Can I call them? I call them title rivals, right? Like
title rivals. That's fair. Yeah, they're title rivals.
Yeah, title rivals. I never really considered Arsenal rivals, but
they're title rivals in a sense because they'll be the closest team to you. Yeah. Do you think Arteta is the second best manager in the league?
Yeah.
Okay,
Easy.
Cool. So I was right in saying that first. Scoreline prediction.
I'm gonna assume I got Savinho and KDB.
Yeah,
healthy.
let's say they're both available.
They're both healthy. They're gonna be missing Odegaard. They're gonna have Rice back. We done know that Arteta is going to be playing the most defensive football we last saw it when he came to the Etihad with Arsenal.
Man.
It's going to be that again. And the fact that he had success with it, playing that style versus Spurs, I must say,
it's a carbon copy of last year, to be honest, of the way he's going to set up. He's going to set up that way.
He's going to have to. He's going to have to. And he's going to be more, he's going to feel more confident or more right for doing so without Odegaard. Last year he did it when he didn't have Partey, I think. So we can't keep a clean sheet. I'm gonna say 2-1 City.
2-1, okay. Haaland brace.
That'd be nice.
Doku brace.
Doku with an assist, not so much with a brace. Easy there, Flawless.
Doku off the bench. I got you first.
Doku with an assist. Haaland. I think Haaland with the winner, and either Bernardo Silva or Foden with the first goal. One of those two. Those guys, they love to mess with Arsenal. So, and they're two of my big game players. I'm gonna go Silva or Foden for a goal. Haaland with the winner. Who scores for Arsenal?
Kai Havertz. What do you mean? The silky German.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right.
Oh man. Kai. And now, nephew, what did Rants upload? Let me know. Shout out to Rants every single time.
Yo, large up Rants and the crew. I think, that's how I'm gonna play it out. That's how I'm gonna play it out right now.
2-1. You think you scored 2?
2-1. Huh? Yeah. I think we scored 2. It's at home.
Yeah, it's at your place.
Yeah.
It's at your place. So,
and if we don't, it's either 2-1 or it's 1-0. Like it's gonna be one of those.
You just give them no. That's what I'm looking for. You give them no hope of getting a draw. You just move to them, brush them aside.
I don't think that they do a draw. I don't. A 0-0 draw.
Actually, I've got you lot 1-0, to be honest. I got you lot. Yeah, when's the last time that happened? Yeah, I think you lot win 1-0. Unfortunately, I think you lot win 1-0. There we are.
Yeah, I think the hype's gonna be nice. The hype's gonna be nice and real. That's a big game. You're not looking forward to the game?
No.
What?
Not in the slightest.
What kind of sense does that make? What do you mean?
I'm not, because I can't stand either side. Number one, can't stand either of you sides, and number two, I don't think they're coming. It's gonna be a carbon copy of the game last year at the Etihad. They're gonna come low block, sitting deep, and you're gonna try and break them down. And they are very good defensively, so I don't think there's gonna be much action. They'll probably play four. You'll probably play 4 centre backs. You'll play 4 centre backs, and both.
You know what, Flawless? You know what, Flawless? When games are boring, when games are dull, when games are just like snore fests, it's because of the opposition.
Yeah. I don't blame you lot for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can see Arteta. I can see, TJ and his watch along supporting his club, being annoyed and bored at the style of play that Arteta and Arsenal try and
But
do.
if I was an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't be bored by it. It's the right move. If you're an Arsenal fan, I'm like, that's the right move to go. A point away at the Etihad's a good point.
We proved that it's not last season. What do you mean?
Nah, it's a good point. Did they not take 4 points off you last season?
Yeah, they took 4 points, but the point is they played for a draw. There's a difference.
Yeah.
When you play to attack like Liverpool did, and I don't like to give Liverpool a prop either.
Yeah, we know.
But when you play to attack, you play to win, and it ends up being a draw. That's very different than going into the game and saying, we want to come out of here with a draw.
Yeah, a point for them is a good result. A very good result.
A point for them.
Point for them. Same way if you go away to your title rivals and get a draw at their ground, obviously context matters. If you dominate and have a whole heap of chances and don't score and don't win the game, you'll be disappointed. But if they take a 0-0 right now, if I'm them, I take a 0-0 right now.
Yeah, I hear it.
Well, that's where it stems from. Because if they don't win the league, it won't be because we didn't beat City at the Etihad. It won't be that.
Facts.
It won't be that. Even last year, people tried to, I think it was Carragher and Neville who was arguing about that because because Arsenal didn't beat City because they drew. No, it's because you didn't beat Fulham home and away. That was your problem. That's where you fell short. Beat Fulham home and away and you win the league. That's a much easier task than going away to City and winning is not easy. There's no, it's not easy to win at Fulham away, but it's easier. But everyone's different. Some will go there and say, some Arsenal fans will be upset and say, go there, attack, and go get the win. We say, go get your draw. Used to their own. But Rance, LV General fight reaction because he lost. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. I need to watch that. I do need to watch that. I'll focus Villa in Champions League and not just one. Yeah, like I'll beat Villa at home. But
the fight that was needed. The mentality that Rodri talked about that no one wanted to listen to. If they had done that, I think the whole momentum that you're talking about going to those quote unquote other grounds and getting wins, getting results happens.
Yeah,
but once you set up with that level of, in my opinion, weak mentality, you're gonna get that, and you're gonna.
I hear that. Well, hey, that's the second best manager in the league, according to you. Tell him
he is the second best.
Tell him improve his mentality. I'm not even disputing that. Tell him improve his mentality. That's your man. Tell him improve his mentality.
Wild. You're wild.
Why am I wild, yo? Tell him improve his mentality. Why is it wild? Tell him improve his mentality. Why am I wild?
Listen,
big up Jacob every single time, yo. Jacob, I'm gonna message you after this as well. I don't know if you're about Friday. I need to get you on. But yeah, that was the mentality. Yeah, the mentality comes from the manager.
The mentality comes from the manager, and just the fact that he didn't have the mentality then doesn't make him lesser of the second best manager in the league.
Yeah, cool.
But
again, like his club, he's the second best manager in the league. They got the second best team, second best squad. Going to finish runners up. They're just second. True gentlemen.
They're building.
I'm saying.
They're building on it.
They're building on it.
You know what, Wallace?
You
need to thank me and my club for winning this league.
Yeah, I'm sure it had nothing to do with you like helping yourselves.
Well, I mean, me helping myself also helped you. So you don't need to do it on this show.
I lose either way. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't need to do it on this show.
I lost either way.
Rants, United fans, you guys need to thank Manchester
Well,
City
I can't say we. I lost either way. Seeing you lot 4-peat irritates the shit out of me. So I lost either way. It's a lose situation.
Be honest, a 4-peat is better than Arsenal.
It's all bad. You telling me that a man's gonna take my wife off me. Word to Gary Neville. I lose either way. No matter who, I'm losing my wife.
The winning remains in Manchester. The winning remains.
I don't care about. I'm not with that. If it's not the red side of Manchester, I'm not with that. I only care about the red side. You see, you lot, the blue side, I couldn't care less.
All right.
I wish you lot live for. I wish the
I do
round
like
was
your blue.
forever
I
in
do
your
like
house.
your blue jerseys. They're not sky blue, but I do like your blue kits. this season.
Unfortunately, I do like your blue kits because blue's my favorite color. Actually, apart from the badge, I actually like the kits. You know what I'm saying? Can't stand the
Like
badge,
that.
but the kits is not. But that kit you had on today was awful.
I haven't
Who's
seen
up?
it up close. I haven't seen it up
You
close.
don't need
How
to
it
see
looks
up
on
close.
TV. How it looks on TV
Awful.
didn't look good.
You know, like
Well,
certain girls, you don't need to see in person to know they're ugly from a picture. That's that kit. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is.
You think it's that bad? You think it's that bad? You know what?
It's full.
I think the kit looks better with also if the shorts were different. I didn't like the combo. It was
It's
poor.
awful.
It was poor.
And why were you
But-
not at? How come you lot didn't play in a home kit at home?
Because of the whole kit launch. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's a money thing. Okay, fair. Say, get your bread, man. You got them 115 charges on the way and got to pay for them lawyers somehow. I get it, man. I get it. Them lawyers about to be, you know what I'm saying, in court. Propped up
You know
in
what?
power.
you
Cliff
know what?
Davis.
We're gonna talk about this on another show, and I'm gonna
That's-
explain to you why you and rivals should be hoping that we're innocent.
I don't, you know what? I don't, whether you get found innocent or guilty, I don't think makes a difference because I think you get a slap on the wrist anyway. I don't think nothing major happens.
No, it makes a difference. Innocent or guilty makes a difference.
To who?
Really? Our name, Manchester City.
I don't care about your name. That's you. I couldn't care less about your name. Like, you
No,
lot can't go any lower in my estimation already as it is.
The record books need to say not guilty. That's
If
what
you
we
are
need.
found guilty, and let's say you get $1 million fine or something like that, all right, cool. Unless they're relegating you, I don't care. That's all I want. That's
You
what
want
they
us
do, relegate you.
relegated?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got found guilty
Oh,
of
you're-
115
nah,
charges, relegate you.
You're,
Oh,
bad-
100%.
you're bad mind. You're bad mind.
Why am I bad? If you are found guilty of 115 charges, what's the suitable punishment?
No, 115. Yeah, I get it.
There we go. So that's what I said.
But we're
All right,
not
let's
going
say 75. Let's say
We're
you
not
get
going.
found
We're not going
guilty
to
of
be guilty of
75.
one. Depends on what the 75 are.
Nah, you can't do that. If
Yeah,
75,
no. If the 75 have nothing to do with like what they want to say, financial doping, if it has nothing to do with any of that, then it shouldn't be relegation. It should be like.
I hope so. That's just me hoping. I want you like relegated. I was saying it'd be
Yeah,
great.
see,
And just to let you know, if you do get relegated, we can still do the show. So 100%.
Oh yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here talking about all the wins I'm catching in Division 1 or 2.
In League 2, man. Yeah, man. We'll be there, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Yeah,
I might even
fuck it
tune
up.
into some of the games without
I'll
doubt.
be in here reminding you of all the crybabies that are talking about Flawless. You know how funny it's gonna be when everybody in the Prem are complaining about their season and I'm in League 2. Oh
Yes.
my goodness!
But that's your fault. It's your fault.
No, but those fans crying about their rich man problems in the league in the Prem. Oh, come on now.
So it is, man. Hey, that's on you, man. That's a city thing. But yeah, do I think anything happens to you, Lord? No, I don't. That's why I'm not really fussed. I've said this. Worst case scenario, I think you get a record fine.
Record.
People are saying points deduction. I don't want to see that. I don't like points deductions.
The points deduction would be over several seasons or one season?
One season. That's how they've done it previously. That's how they did it with Everton.
No, they won't be doing that. They won't be doing that.
I don't think they'll do that.
I think a fine's fair.
I think it'll be a record. I think it'll be a record fine if you are found guilty.
What's a record?
60.
Like
what is the current record? Let me see. I'll Google it now and see.
Whatever the record is, add 1 mil to it.
Let's see what the record is. Record fine.
Whatever the record fine is, add 1 mil, and I think that would be suitable.
Let me see. Record fine for a Premier League club. All right. Let me see. Just trying to see this now. What punishment could Manchester City face if found guilty? All right. Nature of the charges. Let's see. So Everton would dot points. Forest would dot points. In 2012, Rangers found themselves kicking off the new season in the 4th tier of Scottish football after liquidated following administration and the failure to reach agreements with creditors. 2006, a scandal rocked the top of Italian football when a number of clubs were accused of selecting favorable referees. Juventus were handed the strongest punishment, being stripped of 2 Serie A. That's when Juventus got relegated, stripped of 2 Serie A titles and relegated to the 2nd tier. You don't say money-wise though. 1 second, I'm trying to find.
Okay. No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Here it is. Manchester City have been fined just over 2 million by the Premier League for breaching rules relating to kickoff and restarts after half times of matches. There were 22 breaches over the last 2 seasons, with 8 coming during the 22-23 campaign and 14 last season. So I think it's probably 2 mil. So probably like 3 mil.
3
Yeah,
mil, yeah.
fines learned for them. That's what it's gonna be. It ain't gonna happen to you lot. I'd love to see.
You think 3 mil per charge?
Not per charge. I mean, like just overall. Won't
Overall?
be per charge. It'll be overall. They'll consolidate it and be like, oh, here's a 5 million charge for the 40 guilty charges, for the 40. That ain't gonna happen. I'd love to see you like relegated, but it's not gonna happen. Relegated and stripped to your titles would be beautiful.
I will say this, Flawless, and I hope that all that is shared is here's what City are being hit with or not hit with. Here's what the fine is, and that's that. I don't want anything being leaked. I don't want City going and challenging the league or anything. I just want the same way we turned a blind eye, the same way we said, you know what, Liverpool? Yeah, we know you stole our scouting. We know the reason why you kind of had this resurgence is because you had former Manchester City people on the scouting database work for your club. They went into our scouting report. We know you did all that. We're not going to really talk about it. Pay the fine. We won't apply guilt, but we'll just move. I hope we do the same thing. Let's keep everything nice and cordial. Let's keep the relationship between Prem and Manchester City strong. Let's not diminish the brand of what the Prem is, and let's keep it moving. I hope we do something like that. I don't want anything like the OJ trial and everything gets exposed. Let's keep it a nice hush hush. Keep the branding nice and high level. That's me.
Yeah, of course you want because you're on the blue side of things, but me
no for the Prem as well, because the Prem would look terrible for all these breaches that have happened over the years.
I couldn't care less what the Prem looks like. I couldn't give a shit about the Premier League or the FA.
Prem.
Fuck them. I don't care.
The Prem is almost synonymous with Manchester United. You guys came through during the
we did the Prem era. That's all well and good. That's not helping me now. Who cares? That's their lookout. That don't affect me. What are we talking about here? That don't affect me. 100% selfish. I'm Manchester United through and through. I am Manchester United FC stan. So I am. I could care less about the Premier League or your mob or anyone else. Hey, give your club the needle, man. That's what I want. Give you like the chair.
You know, that's when you say things like that, that's my cue. Listen, all of you on Spotify, thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for being a part of this. If you haven't gone over to YouTube and hit that subscribe to Flawless Sarcasm City TV, do the damn thing. Also, make sure not to miss us next week. I'm going to point out that I've got an enormous game happening on Sunday versus Arsenal. We talked about Champions League. Again, it's so early in this league format that this game really doesn't hit like that. But I got Arsenal on the weekend. You're not going to want to miss the show next week. You're also not going to want to miss, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And also note that when Flawless goes live, whether it's his channel or he's featuring on a channel, go and check him out. I was not gassing him. Listen, he has killed other rappers on their own track. He's doing the same thing on YouTube. So when he's featured on someone's channel, trust me, it's worth tuning in. Flawless.
I appreciate that. Bless up. You lot subscribe to vatorgamestv. We'll be back Tuesday, people. Obviously, this is the regular time. Let them know what you got coming up, though, way they can find you, all that good stuff.
Yo, you're not going to want to miss it. I'm actually going to go live it's crazy over at UK time because it's going to be 2 a.m. your time, but it's 9 o'clock my time over here on the East Coast. I'm going to have the conversation. I'm going to talk Champions League. I'm going to talk Champions League with Judge Mo over on my channel, vatorgamestv. So check it out. We're gonna talk the whole new format. We're gonna talk about his expectations. He's trying to do a little underdog talk about whatever result doesn't really matter before the game happened. But if you saw him on his channel, I think he almost burst a blood vessel the way he was stressing and freaking out over on his channel. But Judge Mo is gonna be making an appearance over at vatorgamestv. We're gonna talk about all of this. Inter, starting 11, who looked good, who needs to improve. Who can actually beat Real Madrid? That's a real conversation. I know many rivals don't even think of Real Madrid as a rival. I'm different.
I'm different. Real Madrid. Yeah, you can. Yeah. I'll be there backing Real Madrid and April.
Yeah, you're a hater.
As
You're a
usual.
hater by nature. It's okay.
Yeah, facts, man. So yeah,
Hater
fuck
by
me. I
nature.
fuck you lot, man. Hey, enemy of my enemy is my friend.
So
all
all
that is.
this Real Madrid stack padding these UCLs,
Yeah.
Wallace is cool with it. And
Absolutely.
we're gonna ask why Arsenal, why Liverpool can't win the UCL this year. We're gonna talk about that as well.
Ooh.
So appreciate you having me on, my
Every
dude,
time, man.
and everybody that showed up with the raid. Love and respect.
You already know, man. Big up to everyone that joined. Again, vatorgamestv. Link is in
Bless
the title,
up.
people. Link is in the title. Go subscribe. Hit the like button here. Subscribe. Vator's referenced it already many a times. We are available on all audio platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts. Type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show and all the other shows on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, will pop up, people. So if you want to listen on Spotify, follow us, 5-star us. Same with iTunes, same with SoundCloud. Make sure you follow us on Playback as well. Sarcasm City TV on Playback. It's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. That's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. I've just dropped the link in the chat. Road to 700 followers over there. Road to 13,000 subscribers over here. Download the Playback app from your app store. And for instance, that's where the Arsenal-Atalanta game will be going on today. That's where the Manchester City Inter Milan watch-along went on. Manchester City Arsenal will be over there. West Ham Chelsea will be over there. Tottenham versus Brentford will also be over there. So if you are a supporter of Sarcasm City TV, you are not getting all the content if you are not on the Playback. So go follow the Playback gaming content. NBA starting next month as well. NFL is over there. UFC watch-alongs over there. Formula One watch-alongs over there. The list goes on and on and on. So you see it. Playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. Spotify as well. Who is live, people? We're going to redirect. Yes, the Tottenham Brentford game is the 3 p.m. kickoff. Because I'm going to start doing Spurs watch-alongs religiously now. I'm going to start doing Spurs watch-alongs religiously just because it annoys people. So it's funny. So I know people are going to tune in to, try to crash on me because Spurs lose. It's crazy. I literally just refreshed now. I don't know if Gunner's live. Let me see who's live. And is Steve still? Steve didn't end that live because he's still saying he's live. I'm going to have to tell him. Is Gunner still live? All these people live so late. What is going on? I said Villa Wolves. Nah, some Midland scrubs. Who cares, man? Going to the pride of North London. That's what we're doing. Going to the pride of North London. I have to tell Steve that his shit's still alive. You know what? Beige and Red's alive. So we'll redirect to my yeah, did you text Steve about the watch-along stream not ending? Let him know. But love to everyone that has locked in. We're going to redirect to Beige and Reds TV. So put Sarcasm City Raid. And this has been the Manchester United, Manchester City podcast. Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.